Friends, Greg Newmaster coming at you again with another action figure review. Today I have Thundercats Ultimates GHOST JAGA. If you like the video, please like and subscribe and help me to build my channel. Thank you very much and God bless you all. Yeah, so if you grew up in the 80s, you probably came across the Thundercats. And I hope you love them as much as I did. Still do. One of my all-time favorite cartoons. The introduction of that cartoon, I think I have to say, is the best introduction to a cartoon of all time. The theme song, the animation is top-notch, just action-packed, just so well organized and choreographed. Just amazing. So anyhow, Ghost Jaga, probably, well, first of all, I want to say I'm thankful to have a Jaga figure at all. We were waiting for the original Jaga figure forever. They had teased him back in the Matty Collectors, Thundercats Collectors days of Mattel before they lost the license, and then eventually Super 7 took over. So finally happy to get Jaga in the first place, and now to have a Ghost Jaga. I wasn't too into the... I know Super 7 has been releasing these sort of translucent figures. They did with Invisible Tigra, and they're also doing it with Chitara, and then they were going to, for the third tier, for Cat's Lair, have a translucent Lion-O as well. The Tigra I get, I was just so discouraged by how poorly the original Tigra release came out. They have to do another Tigra, at least a LJN version, or like the younger, skinnier looking Tigra, because there was always two LJN Tigras if you collected the original figures growing up. Anyhow, big digression. All that to say is the translucent Ghost Jaga is appropriate. That's how he appeared the majority of the time throughout the entire series. He was the Obi-Wan Kenobi to Lion-O, just as Ghost Obi-Wan Kenobi was to Luke. And obviously, the Thundercats creators stole that from Star Wars, that inspiration, which was awesome. And he would just always appear to Lion-O in moments of need to instruct him and to give him wisdom. Jaga, the Lord of the Thundercats before Lion-O, and before Jaga, Claudius, Lion-O's father, was the Lord of the Thundercats, I believe, and then he got blinded, and that's why Jaga ended up having the Sword of Omens, which I always had some questions about, and I was like, well, why does Jaga have the Sword of Omens, and why not Claudius, King Claudius? And they actually retconned that, or changed it a little in the newer Thundercat series, where Claudius just had the Sword of Omens and Jaga didn't, and he was more of like a Gandalf figure. Anyhow, let's bust this open. It looks fantastic. I was very excited to get this figure. It seems like everybody's getting their pre-orders. Let's talk about this box. I love the metallic. I'm shining my light on it, and it's creating this rainbow effect, and it just looks really neat, really interesting. So I love the metallic sort of ghost sheen to it. Really great packaging. There it is on the back. There we have it on the bottom and the top. This is actually, I think, the first Thundercats figure that I ever purchased that didn't come with a brown mailer. So, this was just in this plastic bag, and I bought mine directly from Super 7, so no brown plastic or brown cardboard mailer. Let's pull off the nice slip cover, and he looks great. Just a beautiful figure. Looks fantastic. There he is on the back. Really nice illustration there. It says Jaga. Long ago, Jaga served Claudius, original lord of the Thundercats. Charged with guarding the treasures of Thundera, he became a mentor to Claudius' son, Lion-O. During Thundera's destruction, Jaga led the exodus of refugees. He later sacrificed himself to pilot their flagship safely to the distant world of Third Earth. Yet his spirit continues to guide a now adult Lion-O, reaching out from the spirit realm in times of great need. So nice little description on the back. And let's get this guy open. Looks great. He just looks great. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to cut the tape on the top very carefully. And got that. Adjust the light a little bit for y'all. Pop that open. And I mean, these are truly beautiful action figures. I mean, I always say this in my videos, but it is a great time to be alive as a collector. Oh, look at that. Look at that on the inside. That looks so nice. Just a really nice paint effect. And there he is. And we have... Oh, wow, they make this kind of challenging to get out here. So it's taped on the back here. They got this extra piece of plastic in there. I imagine to protect the cape and to keep it safe. Geez, they really took special care for this. Probably because of all the mistakes they had made in the past. I'm gonna slip this off, and looks like there's already some little bit of, no, it's just dirt. I was gonna say, are there paint smears on my brand new Jaga's cape? And he is held in there by some twisty ties. Just gonna take that twisty tie off. It's one twisty tie, thank goodness. And let's get him out of here. You don't get too many accessories with this Jaga as compared to the first release. With the first release, you got alternate head sculpts, you got the Book of Omens. I think you got the Book of Omens, if I'm remembering that correctly. Or no, maybe that was Lion-O. Or no, I don't know. Tell me in the comments if you got the Book of Omens or not. And you got two different capes. You got the soft goods cape. So he looks really great. Just looking at that translucent body. Looks really nice. Thundercats logo looks really good. And nice head sculpt. I mean, the quality control on these figures has greatly improved since the pandemic. Since Super 7 switched factories. This is like a nice soft rubber. He looks great. I think they should have just done an overlay with this. I don't like how they did this with his costume. They sort of had a loose underwear piece. I don't like that. And I actually think they should have just either glued this or ported it onto the chest. So I actually have to turn... I don't even know if this comes off. So my Thundercats logo is dramatically tilted here. So I don't know if I can pop... No, this is glued on here. So mine needs to be adjusted, unfortunately. Because the logo... See, I hate... This is not fun here. See, the cape needs to port into this hole there. And it's just not a good design. They should have drilled a hole into the chest or just glued it on. Anyhow, so my Thundercats logo is tilted it's rotated too far. So I'm going to have to cut this off and rotate it so it's centered. So that is annoying. Now Nice shoulder joints. I'm always afraid with this translucent material that it's going to break. So we got the horizontal hinge joints on there with the wrists, full rotation. So I'm going to switch this off to put on these vertical joints, which I much prefer for holding weapons. So we'll do that right now. Don't even want to waste my time with those. Those will just go into the darkness, which is just way better when you got weapons. So we got a full straddle. We got the crunch. This is terrible right there. It's already a pain. We got a bicep cut. Ooh, very limited elbow joint movement. That's what I hate about these Super 7 figures. It's like, if you're going to articulate, go all the way. These Masters of the Universe Classic molds, I'm not a big fan of. They're just, the sculpt looks good, but in terms of articulation, like, look, we don't even go 90 degrees. It's like you want to get a dynamic pose with your figures, especially if you're a collector. I mean, that's what we've been waiting for our whole lives. The original LJN figures had little to no articulation. So this isn't much of an improvement, even though the sculpts look really great. It's unfortunate that the articulation isn't a step up. Like, for instance, the new Masters of the Universe Revelation figures, articulation is way better. You got the double jointed elbows and knees. Really nice torso articulation. Another minor complaint is I wish the cape, first of all, the cape could have been like more of a translucent plastic. And see how it goes over his shoulders in the image there? Like, if you're going to have Ghost Jaga, I would have preferred over, like, a new sculpt for the cape where it went over his shoulders. I just thought that was a nicer look, and that's what he always looked like when he appeared to Lion-O. But it is a beautiful looking figure. Really great. And he also has a belt, which is cool. I'm looking at my original Jaga figure right now with the soft goods cape, which I love. And he doesn't have a belt. So that's pretty cool. And he's holding the Book of Omens, as he should. Alright, this is going to keep falling out, but looks really good. Really good. What else do we get? So we get, terms of accessories, we get 3 sets of hands total. So here's some open hands. And this hand has some yellowed fingers, like a yellow gold effect. I don't know if that's a mistake or if it's supposed to be yellowed like that. And then we get 1 clawed hand, or we get 2 clawed hands. So I'm sorry, we get 4 sets of hands. And then they come with the horizontal weapon holding hands. So it just goes up and down like so, instead of goes like this versus like this. And those come on the figure, so I'm going to pop that off. And then we get 2 hands with the vertical hinges, which I love. Really appreciate that. And we get 2 swords. So we get, I've looked this up all over the internet. It's just called Jaga's sword. And it doesn't have any magical powers, but it is a gorgeous looking sword. I love this sword. This is great. Which I find a bit odd because all of the Thundercats weapons had some magical properties to them. They always like shrank and extended and multiplied and had fire on them. So I find it odd that his sword was not somewhat magical, unlike the Sword of Omens. So I'm going to put his sword in the left hand, which looks awesome. And yeah, this cape is just annoying the crap out of me. And then we get this translucent Sword of Omens, which I think they were going to give with the 3rd tier unlock of Lion-O. And the eye of Thundera is closed. But it's a really nice looking sword. So we get the closed eye. And then we get Jaga's sword. So some really awesome looking swords here. And looks fantastic. Just to get a great look at the... I mean, this is a beautiful looking head sculpt. The paint is amazing. It just looks great. Such a gorgeous figure. So, yeah, you get... all you get are the hands, accessories, and you get the 2 swords. So, is this figure worth $55, $60, whatever you end up paying in total for the shipping? I don't think so. But it's a great figure, and if you're a Thundercats fan, I highly recommend it. Especially if you love Jaga, the Wise Mentor, the original Lord of the Thundercats. He looks great. So, if you like my video, please like and subscribe, and God bless you all. Peace.